Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to more BTS America's Season 2 action here. We're going to be getting into our second series today. It's Void Boys going against Pain Gaming here. I'm KotLGuy for Beyond the Summit, but believe it or not, I am not going to be going at it alone this time. I have a special guest. It's going to be FanofSoyeon, also known as Goody. What would you like to be called? I'm sorry, can you repeat that again? I actually had the whole thing muted. My bad, brother. So, Goody, is Goody good?
Yeah, good is good. That's my official nickname.
Awesome, man. Good to hear you. I've been watching you play for quite a while, and then it was not long ago I saw you actually casting, and I was like, oh, he's casting, that's awesome. And now here we are, get to work together. How's it been, man? Have you been still playing a bit, or are you all driven casting? What's going on with you?
I'm playing for a South American team. I'm in the new roster of Not Today.
That's
I'm leading
right.
the team, and that's my current project.
Awesome, awesome. That's totally right. Lately, I've been getting caught up with the old Not Today and putting them and identifying them as Sector V. That I always get completely forgotten. There is still a Not Today there. You involved with it. I'm excited to see your team play, but we got a game here that we need to cast. So let's get down. I want the dirt. You've been probably bumping elbows with a lot of these guys for quite a while now. I want to know your impressions here about this matchup before we get too far into the draft. It's Void Boys versus Pain. Who do you think, man? What are you expecting from either of these teams, and who might come out on top?
5 seconds remaining.
I think we may see Pain Gaming take the lead, to take it the series, and maybe 2-0, even 2-1. But because I haven't played against Void Boys that much, so I don't know much about them. And the matches that I've seen from them lately haven't been that impressive. The new roster is not as strong as it used to be, so they're just like a okay team, but I don't see they like being really good. And for Pain Gaming, they have like that ambition to go further and try to make represent the Brazilian community, and they're trying very hard. And their new rosters, I scream against them a lot, and they're been doing pretty good. So I think they might take this game. Pretty sure.
Yeah, when they came in at the start of their run for Nanyang Championships, they were very, very impressive there. They overtook their series. I believe it was against Fire at the start. They were not coming in as favorites, but they looked damn good. Tavo did serious work. They crept in with a Broodmother that game, and everyone was like, oh yeah, we got to remember that the Broodmother actually exists, and he showed them it exists. They played an impressive series. They ended up falling off at the end, and they're still kind of trying to find their way, but I've been very impressed overall with Pain Gaming. We already know that they have to play usually with a little bit of a ping advantage for the other side, so I'm very impressed with what they've been showing so far, and I certainly agree with you as far as Void Boys goes. You know, this hasn't quite been the Void Boys we used to know. There was a period there where it's like they had everything going for them. They had a Pat Soul, they had a 747 Susie there as well. We haven't really even seen Omega Poner back again. So it's been a bit of a hodgepodge of what Void Boys used to be, and it was what is becoming now. So we'll have to see what kind of Void Boys will show up here. But let's actually get into the draft. Lena, Earthshaker, Phantom Lancer, Naga for Void Boys, Pain Gaming. Gyro Tusk is their opener. They end up getting the Dazzle. They quickly sneak in a Storm Spirit here now, and we're getting ready for the last couple of picks here. So what do you think, Goody? What do you imagine that Void Boys might be trying to sneak in for their 5th grab?
They're still kind of missing the other support. They may go for like a Disruptor. It would be good with the Nagasar and combo, and especially good against the Storm Spirit. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go for that, or maybe just another like wombo combo kind of hero, just for the Nagasar and synergy. As for Pain Gaming, I think they might still try to sneak in a Broodmother, like you were saying before. Like it's looking like a decent game for this, just based on their lineup. Void Boys is good at dealing with the Broodmother, but still it will force them to like focus too much on the Brood, and gives the space to the Storm Spirit and the Gyro. So they might go with it, but if they don't, then we're gonna see potentially another support, because I think the Tusker, I mean another offlane, because I think the Tusker is going to be a support this game.
Yeah, I'm actually totally with you on this Disruptor pick. You get provided the great way of silencing and locking down the Storm with his ultimate, glimpse factor also to bring him back, and then his synergy already with Naga and her song. She's able to set things up and could make it for a very easy Static Storm to be laying down there. So I'd be very surprised if Pain consider letting this go. If they do decide to ban out the Disruptor here, but they put more in favor of maybe like the Silence, maybe a Skywrath Mage could creep in. There it is, the
Oh,
disruptor ban. Great
there
call,
it is.
man. Great call. So yeah, they got to get rid of that. There was just too many flags saying this is a disruptor game right now, and Void Boys are probably like, ugh. Well, that would have been awesome. But now, do you think they might maybe consider like a Skywrath Mage? Is it more about getting the silence to deal with the Storm Spirit, or do you think they want to put more in the team fight because they have that Earthshaker on top of the Naga already, and we already know Lina does work.
No, I think they need a silence because it's a lot easier to execute against the storm. But they need for sure a support with a disables at least to maybe like a lion or oh wait.
Oh, this is going to be the support Naga. So it looks like they've already invested in going with that 4-position Naga. We're seeing, it's like that new trend that's been showing up, or no, support Earthshaker. Oh wait, what is going on?
No, the support Lina.
Support
we
Lina.
were based on the assumption that it was going to be a Lina's mid, and that's what we were talking about the support. So
yep, you're
decided to
go
with Lina support.
Yep, so Lina support, Earthshaker to be a support along, Lina support with the Naga, Earthshaker to the offlane, Phantom Lancer, safe lane, Shadow Fiend as your late pickup for mid lane. Oh man, they really see if that happened to me. I wonder what Pain Gaming are thinking. They're sitting there like, okay, wait, what? And they got to flip it back and forth, and they have to try to really isolate if this is indeed going to be a support Lina or not, and where is this Naga if they even play it. We already know we don't know much about Void Boys. I'm sure Pain Gaming doesn't know a whole lot about Void Boys and what they actually play and who plays what, unless they've been scrimming. So I'm curious if they were as perplexed or more than even us. They're players, I'm sure they knew. Broodmother, you called it too, man. Broodmother gets picked up there at the end for Pain Gaming. A Tavo Broodmother. I was praising it at the start. Now we get to see it. And now that we get to see the full 5-man draft, Goody, what do you think, man? Do you think one team is kind of coming in with some better chess pieces?
I think I like Void Boys draft a little bit more. Their team fight is stronger, but it was going to depend a lot on Tavo and how much pressure he can track from the Void Boys draft, so that the rest of the team can get a good start, and then in the mid game maybe they have the lead and they can take on the team fights against Void Boys. But if they go even or even Void Boys wins the laning phase, I think Void Boys is gonna take the game. The draft is a lot stronger. Just as the 4-man without the PL, they can actually deal with the Pain Gaming's lineup, and then the PL is just gonna come in the late game and basically just win the game by himself.
We'll see if that's going to be the case or not. Here comes the pause. I feel it. Ready? Oh, we're actually good. So I'll just keep this going here. Normally we get to start with a nice little bit of a hiccup, but already emphasis. You can see Fly, who is going to be playing the offlane Earthshaker. He does that early TP, and he's like, I got to make sure I can get this ward down. And we're not going to be seeing that TP contention coming up from Pain. Instead, it's ADR who is just beelining it that way to see if he can fly. Put it down quick. Put it down quick. Oh, I think he was spotted there. He's definitely spotted. They're pinging right on top of it. He just took a little bit too long to throw that bad boy down and get the hell away. So he is going to lose that pull advantage very soon. And I do have to ask you, Goody. I don't know if you actually know more than I would, and I've been hearing a bunch of different things. It's ADR, correct? It's not 4DR for Gyrocopter?
I don't know. I call him 4DR.
You call him 40R? I hear everything. You, Grant, I know also calls him 40R. Up to this point, I was calling him 40R, and then one person was like, actually, it's A because I can't remember his name, but it was like a Andre or something like that. It was an A name, so.
Whoa.
We can
I have no idea.
Between me and you, we'll just keep calling him 40R. And if he comes up to me and says, hey, stop that. This is how you say my name, then I'll change it. We'll go with that. But, all right, so. Now as the lanes get sorted, it looks like it's just going to be an easy rune apiece. Tavo's going to get his, as expected, off lane as a Broodmother here. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be calling an audible at all. Do you think this is just going to be a very, very tough lane right now for this Earthshaker? I mean, now that his ward's been taken away, he still gets to have his block, which is great. Yeah, he does the block and will walk back and away, but do you imagine it's just going to be a very difficult laning phase for him? Because I can imagine overall his presence in this game is going to be pretty big.
The problem, for some reason, they haven't taken the ward still. Like maybe they're waiting to like verify if it's blocked or not. So that can give him an advantage just for the fact that he's gonna get at least level 2. And to be honest, I don't think the lane is gonna be that hard for him, just because the Dazzles is not that great of a support on the laning phase. He doesn't like have any sort of disables, so he's not gonna kill offlane by himself, or at least like making low enough for the Gyro to help. And the Tusker is probably going to be moving around a lot, so it's going to be mostly like a dual lane gyro, dazzle kind of thing. So I don't think the Shaker should die. Maybe he's not gonna get that, any sort of farm, but at least he's going to be getting the experience, and that's very important for an offlaner. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't actually stay with the creep so he could volley block. He just featured and went back to base. That's really unusual. Usually you still need to volley block the creeps so you can actually get them closer to the tower. But oh well, this is like the first time I think I've seen this.
Yeah, and it's also a bit interesting he went for the boots. Maybe it's to get back to the lane faster. I'm not too sure, but that means he gets no regen because he only had the boots now, a couple of clarities. He's putting a lot of value in these clarities, so much so that he considers, I don't want to have to use one yet. I'd rather just walk back to the fountain first. So if he gets harassed at all, and I know Dazzle doesn't have a stun or anything, but he has decent range and he could poke at Earthshaker quite a bit. You know, he's not going to have that regen to fall back on unless he just decides to courier something out a bit sooner than later. Our holdup is because we are waiting for this Broodmother. Tavo is running into a little bit of lag issues, so we'll wait a bit for him to come back. As expected from him, he's got the early components on throwing together a Soul Ring eventually. Just going to try to creep in, get to his level 3, get that Soul Ring, and be able to just kind of take over the lane. It looks like he's back now. But for this Broodmother lane, Goody, he's going to be going up against a Naga support. So she has the Riptide to help with a bit, but nothing that should be too dramatic. Snake King is playing the PL now, which that's an interesting role swap in itself. We'll probably touch on later, but this PL is going to be very focused on doing creeps, and it looks like their Lina is going to go and be her own kind of Tusk and roam around. I imagine Tavo should have a pretty damn good time here in the lane, but they do have 2 sentries, Goody, on this Naga Siren. How do you think Tavo's going to be able to hold up here?
Depends on how long the Lina takes to go back to the top lane. Like the best way to deal with the Broodmother is be there at the start, like on level 1, and try to keep him away from getting any sort of experience. Like just try to take the fight very early, so he doesn't get like once he gets level 3 and he starts spamming the spiders and gets a decent amount against a level 1 support. That's when the Broodmother starts to actually start dominating the lane. So that's like the goal for the supports to stop. So they need to like have both the Naga and the Lina on the lane at the start, and if they do, I think Tavo's gonna have a hard time. But at the same time, since he blocked the pool camp and he still has 2 centers, I think they're gonna be forced to use the centers on the lane, and they're not gonna get the one at the pool camp. So maybe he's gonna still gonna be able to get experience.
Yeah, he is. Yep, he's got sentries, tangos to quickly eat those sentries down. A lot of emphasis for himself to be able. It looks like they're just like, Tavo, we're expecting you to be able to do your thing on your Brood. Here are all the tools you'll need. Go out there, get the levels, get the experience, and be able to bring success. But there's also a lot of emphasis on this mid lane. Look at this Lina creeping in. Now, they even put the ward on this side. They have their own ward. Look at this mirror from both sides. Have an aggressive high ground ward. But Lina decides to pull back and out, and instead they might hope to get something here in the top lane. But as soon as they're thinking about maybe making a go on the Brood, the Tusk is rotated up here. We're probably going to be seeing the Tusk and the Lina really be the people to run up the pedometer a bit. They're going to be all over the place. You can already see Lina building a stack, and Tusk is now going to be the one to head back to mid lane.
Yeah, they're both moving around. Oh, they got the ward, was pretty good for Pain. Should give them some sort of advantage. The Storm is actually pressuring the Storm, the SF a lot, so he's doing fine on the lane. And depends a lot on if the Torskar gets any sort of good ganks, because he's moving around, but right now I don't think he's gonna get any kills either on top or mid. So I'm curious if he's gonna be a factor in this game, because he needs to get some levels, at least level 3, 4, to actually start doing a lot of the team fights, the early team fights. So moving around forcing you to like actually be getting kills, and he's not gonna find them this game, I don't think.
Yeah, right now he's just the stack guy. If even that, he's actually not even gonna stack. He says like, we got to get to bottom lane, and look at that. There's a fly there who has no regen, and he's like, I'll step in. Yeah, you could hit him. Now Fisher's gonna go out. Still has shards. He can block him off right here. He's waiting for the perfect close. It's gonna be at the ramp. Here it comes. Whoa, boom! Not going anywhere. One, and it's going to be sniped from Cat right there. But they get the kill. They get the first blood. So props to Pain Gaming, and that's the repercussions right there. Going for the boots build up on this Earthshaker. He commits for going to the rune, has no regen, so he's already low on life, and he gets caught out. So to answer your question, Goody, it looks like he'll be able to get a kill early. He moves right in and gets the Earthshaker.
Yep. I was talking about mid and top, and then suddenly he just runs bottom and gets a kill there. That wasn't part of the plan. Look, at top lane, Tao actually managed to kill the center from Shanks, so they don't have any sort of vision, detection on the lanes, so he's actually free farming pretty much. And they did get the pull, so at least they got that for Boys, but the Bruno is gonna be getting farmed this game. He may actually have a good start like we were talking about.
Yeah, and now you look, their pockets are empty of detection, and they realize it, so Tavo is just so comfortable. And I'm curious to see if Void Boys are going to take extra measures to get more sentries and keep this Brood in place, or if they're just going to have to see if they can turn their attention elsewhere. Because right now, it's not going to work. They are going to go for the sentry. They get the... Oh, they eat each other's ward. Oh, another sentry going to be down. That means neither team's going to have the vision. Do they have the follow-up sentry? They do. So they still have one more extra sentry here. So Void Boys will get the upper hand, but this is still just costing them money. It's an extra 200 gold on top of what they had to spend at the start of the game. It's Brood Gaming, man. It can be really annoying. Such a headache. Similar to like your bounty hunters, your techies. They just have a play style in the game that I'm sure it could be the same for you players as it is for me in my pubs. It's just frustrating.
And it's the kind of hero that you always forget about. Like, me as a drafter, I know how annoying Broodmother can be and how punishing it can do, but I always forget about it, and sometimes I leave it on the draft and the other team just picks it, and then I'm like forced to like adapt to the situation, and that's really hard for a team to do, depending on how late that you picked the rule. And they got it last pick on this game, so I don't think Void was prepared. At least they're dealing with her.
Oh. They pop the dust for Tavo, and he does Brood things and just like, whoop, I'm going to go down the cliff, bye. And they can't catch him with the quicken snare, so he'll be able to turn the corner and get back in the lane. And they are just, those are those extra measures trying to get that Brood, and they'll be coming up short again. But look at this mid lane. Fly has been flirting around. He gets spotted now, coming a bit too close, pinged out, and he'll have to take his little DD back to bottom lane. He's level 4, though. He's got 6 CS. We compare that over, though, to Tavo, who is nearly level 5, 8 CS. He's getting a little bit of the better trade.
Dyer's
So
bottom
I don't know if they're going to want to keep on
attack.
diving for this Brood here. They could lose a lot elsewhere. How's the mid lane matchup going? 24 to 24, so it seems pretty neck and neck. Do we have any stacks? We have some stacks, though, on the Void Boy side. And we have stacks on the... Oh, we have a big boy stack over here, though. HFN. This Storm Spirit is going to be pushing ahead a bit now. Goody, look at this thing. He's just going to muscle right through it. Lots of sweet gold for him.
Yeah. I don't know where his ball is, so... Like, I was expecting a ball crow, but the crow doesn't have his ball, and I don't see it anywhere else.
Yeah, where
I'm
the hell
confused.
is that thing?
Oh, there, he got it from like the trees.
Oh,
He forgot to pick it up with the courier or something.
nice.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, well, be a bit inefficient and have to do the walk all the way back to Fountain to heal up. But he's still getting in some good gold. This is lots of time, though, for that Shadow Fiend to make work in this mid lane without having to worry about too much pressure at all. Bottom lane, they've been also relieving
at top.
pressure, pulling it up. But top is where they're going to dive right now. And Snare's going to catch on to Tavo, and he's dead, just like that. Quick and easy kill. Rotations are coming in. Snowball's going to be flying out first. Here comes the call down. 40R drops the hammer, and Shax is going to be annihilated right there. But look at the turn back on the 40R. Uh-oh, got to get the hell out of there. Dragon Slave doing a lot of damage. Somehow manages to fly himself to safety. It's a 1-for-1 trade right now, but could be more here. They're going for the Tuscan Storms here. Jumps right in there after, and is going to get the cleanup on the Lina, making it a 2-for-1 trade. Gyrocopter barely able to etch away from trouble. Pain are going to be moving ahead, so a quick rotation gets them in there in a good position. They take a strong fight.
Yeah, that would have been really bad if the Gyro died, but managed to get away. Just barely. The sort gets the kill on the Lina, so that worked out very well for Pain Gaming. They get kills on the course, and they at least get the trade of killing the Broodmother.
HFN eating a lot of damage there as he gets raised. He'll have to walk back. Still has nothing in his bottle. So he might have to just bottle Crow. It looks like that might be the case. He'll just exchange it out for a Soul Ring for now. Still has some stack to work with on the side. Speaking of which, stacks coming now for the side of Void Boys here. Shanks is able to do Naga support work here. Not really utilizing any illusions yet to make more stacks, but for now has made a double here. That Shadow Fiend will be able to farm straight on through. What do you think his priority should be this game for Shadow Fiend to itemize? I know we've seen a little bit of everything. Your Blink Yules setups, your mechs, and then maybe just going more durable, even Helm of the Dominator. In this particular game, is there anything you think he should favor or consider?
I think he has to beat the mech. They needed to be actually stronger than Pain and force the pushes and try to like play the 4v5 game and just have the PL farming creeps and maybe go for a plus of trial so he can join the fights. But with the mechans, they're actually not gonna need the PL to join, so I think that's the item that he should go for. Maybe we see him going for something else, but I'm pretty sure he's going to pick the mech. That's the best choice he can do.
The mech seems like a great idea. He found a good time to step away from the jungle in his farm because they were patrolling on through. They didn't catch up with him, but they did plant a very deep aggressive ward in that mid lane. But now on the way back, they're trying to get a setup here, possibly onto this Lina. She looks very tasty. It's just her and this PL, and now they have numbers, big numbers here. If they want to roll on in, they're thinking about it. ZX is in position with his Tusk.
Okay.
Now here they go. They're moving in. Rocket Barrage early. Snowball follow-up quickly. They're going to take the Lina down. Now follow-up. Call down is Tavo. Looking to intercept Snaking. Huge damage. Going to force him to Doppelganger right up north. He's trying to hide within the trees. They're able to pop the dust. But he still can't find a way out. He's going to get swarmed by these Broodlings, and now Fly's coming in to catch up Tavo. Tavo has no mana. Walk in. Echo. And they're still locking him in place. Now they're going to be able to potentially catch up with Snaking. They finish him off, and Tavo is able to make his way out for trouble. Oh, they thought about dishing out the Requiem, but they're not. And that's Pain Gaming. They move in, they get what they want, and they just walk on away. They force huge rotations from Void Boys, and this didn't even require HFN. He gets to continue farming. And this Dazzle is just a farming Dazzle now. I keep forgetting he's in the game. He's just been farming bottom lane.
Yeah, he's been on the bottom lane for like at least 5 minutes. I think the Gyrocops is just moving way too much, but at least he got the kill on the Lina and managed to get away. But they're like playing a lot like CDEC gaming. Like their Gyro is just trying to force the fight.
And they're forcing another one right now. They snowball in, easy call down, easy kill. Shadowfinger to get dropped. They're getting a lot of damage. But now look at this, a follow from HFN. They're trying to get Fly, and he has no more mana. Lina's here, but
make it the Naga instead.
Oh, look at this, Naga. In a bit of a pickle here. Turn the corner. ZX is like, I can't really stop her. No mana. But Tavo even is like, maybe I can creep in. Okay, and Snare onto ZX. They're going to move in. Fissure follow-up, easy kill. Quick Riptide, he's going to go down. Rocket Barrage on the Shanks, but he is just going to turn back around the other way. Ooh, they pop the dust. They're looking for Tavo. But they don't want to follow up with it. He hides himself in the trees. Very hesitant here. Void Boys again getting a lot of pressure here at the top lane and just looking for a good position to open up. But hey, Snake King is quickly taking the opportunity. He goes bottom, and it looks like he's going to be farming there.
Yeah, he forced the DP on the Dazzle as well. He almost got the kill on him, but since he doesn't have any sort of stuns, the Dazzle just grave and DP it out. But at least he takes out the Dazzle from the lane, and now he's got a lane for himself. The Dazzle should be trying to move now instead of going back and keep him trying to farm them.
Oh, they might get him here. Yeah, they roll in, they get the shards block, and premeditated TP. Yeah, he's like, celebration dank rip right here. No problem. I guess he got really excited about the kill. Nonetheless, though, they're going to get it. HFN rotates in the second it starts, and it's appropriately timed. And now mid lane, a call down to come out from 40R. Ooh, nice step back, avoids the LSA. And it looks like it's just going to be a little bit of footsie play. But this Tavo Broodmother continues to do work, Goody. And what do you think? I've seen him. I can't remember what he built up last time. I want to say he went a Desolator build up. But we've seen many a Broodmothers, you know, consider something like your Necro Book, even a Dagon if they feel like that they are punishing supports. Anything that maybe Tavo should consider here?
I think just maybe going for the basic Orchid build. That could do a lot of damage against the PL, because unless the PL goes for like a very early diffusal blade, he's not gonna be able to like take off the silence, so he's not gonna lane against the Broodmother.
Oh, they walk into her. Ooh, dust. What a beautiful block from Fissure, but do they know that they can move in there and follow up? They can. And Snare. Walk in Echo. It's just him. No Broodlings are around, unfortunately. And now he's just gonna get the hell out of there. Oh my God, they dunked me. They dunked me. But I'm fine. Hides back behind the trees, and oh, Void Boys not gonna be able to get that pesky spider.
That's Make it the Shadow Fiend.
Oh, they're thinking about it. Oh, too far away. The snowball does go. So does a call down. He's able to barely make it out. Both teams, man, just not hesitant to throw out the ultimates to try to get that big catch, but this one comes up short, and this time Tusk might pay the price.
Turns
back, uppercut. No. He goes down. Courier very close. Very low on life, too. Barely able to make it away. Pain will lose one across the board. Both teams dishing out many ultimates for just that little debacle.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Shelfing does choose to go for the mech. He's almost got it. And the Storm Spirit is going for the Bluestone. He's also actually pretty close as well. He's got the recipe on the courier.
Rotation in from your Shadow Fiend. Eats the early weave. Gets the deny. Goes for the Requiem, but gets Vortex pulled right there. Goes for the second. Moderate damage, but not enough on the HFN, so he's going to turn back onto him, and he just dunks him, but that Requiem does the work. Oh, Fissure catch on the Dazzle, but Dazzle's last dying breath was this Sacred Grave to allow HFN to make it away, but again, all the meanwhile, Pesky Tavo creeps in this top lane. So it's Shadow Fiend for a Dazzle, yeah. Oh, Snay pops to the drums to try to make it away, and boom, right into a pause.
Bad timing.
Ugh, bad timing at all. Oh well.
He doesn't have the doppelganger, so he's dead for sure.
Yep, 14 seconds of cooldown. Snowball's coming in, 80 yards there. There is no way in hell he's going to be making it away from this. Oh, I go into showcase mode and he goes right into a perfect attention here. But you can see the Snowball is not looking very friendly. This is bad. Bad for Snake King, bad for Void Boys. Pain have already been up and ahead. We take a brief look at the net worth graph, and Pain are already past that 5K mark for both gold and XP. All right, well, we're going to have to get to that point, Goody, where we have to start in theory craft what Void Boys could do to try to run this game back. You know, you can't put it all into this PL to try to farm on the side. Pain Gaming are already onto them, so what can they look to do at this point? But you might have to hold that thought because we got to see Snake King get killed here real quick. Hold on. Grab your popcorn. Here it comes. Boom. Bah. Bam! See you later. All right, he's gone. So, Void Boys, it's rough, Goody. What do they got to do aside from just dig deep at this point to try to get this game back into control?
They need to start playing passive and stop trying to force the things, finish the mech. They really need that, at least on the Shadow Fiend, to be able to actually get some sort of team fight going. And the Earthshaker is actually getting close to the Blink. He's halfway there, so they just need to win one team fight and they're going to be back on the game. They're going to get the Blinks on the Earthshaker and maybe potentially another item on the Shadow Fiend. What was the... Oh. They're sleeping and TPing.
Yeah, they're looking to set something up with the song, but it's taking a bit too long. 40 yards on the retreat, 8 seconds for the call down. They get the follow-up, Laguna stun, Gyro's done for, Tusk too late to try to save with the snowball. Now it's a snowball of his own death here. He charges in, and oh, comes HFN, but he goes right to a stun. Oh no, disaster! Double bump to try to make it away from this now. They have already lost two. They're able to finish off the Lina here. Ooh, HFN able to just scathe away from trouble. Bottles up quickly. They pop a dust in hopes that they would be able to quickly see the Brood, but instead they'll just be rewarded with a little sentry. Now they cross paths. Yep, only move in. He gets stunned. Now he doubles back. Echo Slam. They're looking for Tavo. They got him down. The Spider's going to get dropped. And now HFN finally needs to retreat, but Dazzle, a little late here. Moves in, he can Grave TP maybe? Oh, the stun is coming, now you can't. Here comes Fly, he's like, you wanna try TP? You wanna try TP? Try it. Bye, Cat. He goes down, hey, he drops a sentry though before he goes. But he will be gone.
Thank you.
Whoa, when the dust settles, I don't know. Who really gets the best of that? I'd have to say Void Boys with those couple of kills at the end. Certainly helps them out a bit from being in a game where they're behind, they'll get a free like 800 gold swing just for those picks alone.
It's about even because Pain Gaming got the tower and the Storm got away, so his Bloodstone is not getting affected by the potential death. But that was exactly what Void Boys needed. Look at the Earthshaker now. He only needs 150 gold for the Blink. They got the mech on the Shadow Fiend. I think I got at least one of the kills on the Shadow Fiend as well. So he's gonna get closer to the second item. The PO was there as well, so every member of Void Boys got something out of the team fight, so that was very good for them. They're gonna need to start grouping up now to get the Blink on their Shaker and maybe even get a tower. I think that they can still fight them, they just need to be together.
Still will need that extra minute before Echo's up, but just even having the Blink alone and getting like some sort of quick fissure setup might be enough for them to consider, like you said, going out and maybe getting something.
Oh man, this ward.
I know. That's
barely.
Oh, they planted a new one down. That was, yeah, the old one, same spot, and they're gonna...
No, but like, look at the sentry range.
Oh, right down here. Oh, man, yeah, it's kissing the AoE of that. Oh, it's gonna stand tall now. They're pinging the area, though. They drop a new sentry, and that one also not going to see it. Oh, no! 2 sentries. What a great ward there coming out for Pain, at least conveniently for them. Costing Void Boys 200, and they're not even going to grab it still. So, Fly heads to his lane. Has he shown himself yet? He's already blinked, but I don't think he's shown himself yet. He's hiding it.
Thinking about it.
They ping there.
Not sure if he should shout the blink dagger or just keep on hiding.
Yeah, it's very sketchy.
He's almost got the echo, so if the storm pushes up, and they may potentially get the kill.
Lena pops in. And they're going to be good. She's still holding that smoke. They're going to wait for it for now. I guess they're just looking for a prime opportunity. But all the meanwhile, this means it's more time quickly farming up for DR. He's got a S&Y in the works here. Already has the Ogre Club. And Dazzle has been farming the whole game. Still holds the Arcanes. Trying to go for a Glimmer. Has the Cloak. Tavo does his thing top lane. You call out for the Orchid, at least for now. Steps off for the Vlads. And is starting to push this lane in. So Void Boys, if they want to do something like smoke or move or fight, whatever, yeah, here it comes. They need to do it soon. Otherwise, this top lane's pushing in. Unless it's the plan is let's go top lane and see if we can catch the Spider, which may be the case.
Yeah, I think that's the plan, but I don't think they're gonna pull it off. They only have 1 dust and use on the Naga, so they might be forced to use the sleep just to get the kill on the Brunar, and I don't think it's worth it unless they get the tower. But at least they're trying to do something. It's the right move. It just depends if they get the kill or not.
Tavo's been patiently waiting in his little closet, safe, away from trouble, and this smoke will not catch anything. So Void Boys will have to step back and resume farm here, as Pain have already been doing. We'll see. Gyro. Ooh, it's ancient stack time, baby. This will be able to finish off his SMY, no problem. Dazzle will get a little bit of that leech XP. Looks like Shadow Fiend was able to snag up an Invis here. And he's going for what looks like a BKB himself, at least as the Ogre Club. Time to get tier 1s, though. It sounds like they're itching for a fight. Starting to poke at this tower would certainly help. But they already have creep cutting coming in from Tavo behind them. We'll see if Pain look to respond and defend or not.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like they're standing up for a defense on bottom lane.
Yep, HFN's pushing in. He's poking. Well, you may have gotten our tier 1. We're doing work on this tier 2, and there's the song. Shanks is moving in. Already 1 rotation. Early Shadow Fiend. Can they time out the song? Oh, it's not timed appropriately. They will have to use the Laguna, and they still will burst down HFN, but in ideal case would have been able to finish him off and still hold the Laguna, and they can't find ZX. He already TP's out. But to catch nonetheless on the Storm, call out for them to do something. They quickly react, and they get a pick. Costs them a lot. Everyone else gets the farm still on the map for the side of Pain. So minor losses.
I don't even know how they got the kill, to be honest. They missed the Earthshaker Fisher, the Lina stun, the Raking Souls. Like, they missed everything with this the combo. And they still got the kill. Like, the Storm should have been able to get away.
Well, now they're left with nothing. Empty pockets as far as ults go. I wonder if Pain Gaming will recognize that and consider, hey, maybe we can fight now. I mean, there's no Requiem for at least a minute. There's no Echo for almost 2. So even Song of the Siren is only level 1, so that's still down for 2 minutes. If Pain Gaming would want to take a fight, this may be one of those few chances to do it here. I'm curious to see if they're going to look to utilize that or not.
I don't think they will. They're still trying to farm the BKB on the Gyro. He decides to go for that instead of the Sangalesha. And even though they should be able to fight, it's just not worth it. They're starting to like fall behind, and they have been losing like a few ganks. Oh, look at the Storm.
Yep, they move in. Storm wants to commit on the fly here. Snake King shows up, and quickly Storm heads out. They're going to lose their Tusk. HFN, not going to be TPing away. He's doing it the old-fashioned way right now, just walking, but he'll be able to walk himself away from trouble. Another quick pick here, this time for Void Boys. And we are going to have a brief disconnect from HFN as he walks on out. But 10-10 now, 20 minutes in. Started very promising there for Pain Gaming, but it's Void Boys who are clinging kills here and there. I assume emphasis on the Roche could be coming relatively soon if Void Boys can continue to find big picks like this, but I don't know. Tavo can also continue to do work on the top lane on his Brood. It's something that Void Boys always have to keep in the back of their mind. But I can't help but feel like this is just turning into a Void Boys game right now, and Pain need to... Maybe the BKB is going to be the answer here on the Gyro. Goody.
Yeah, maybe. But for sure, it's starting to turn around to Void Boys. The PL is doing great. He's getting close to the diffusal blade. The Shelfin already has his BKB. Well, he's only needs like 200 gold, so he's almost got it. They're also making the medallion of the Naga Siren, so as soon as they get that, I'm sure they're gonna go for the rush. And with the sleep, they should be able to get it, even if Pain tries to contest. So things are starting to go really well for Boys. And for Pain, the Gyro has been farming for like the past 5 minutes or so, and he's just focusing on finishing the BKB, and at the same time, the rest of the team is like just dying, trying to get kills.
He's so hungry
Like
for
we
it.
saw it on bottom lane.
Yeah, well, they were hungry. They moved in. They were able to get a quick little snack there. Not the precious Storm Spirit again, but 40R is like, I'm the hungry man. I got to get this BKB. Using the call down even, just to quickly wipe out the wave. Now he's going to get it here for sure. Flat cannon, he just slaughters through this sweet stack that's been built up from Mr. Cat over here. And that's your BKB. Medallion also going to be snagged up for your Naga, it looks like. Going to go down that path of probably going right for the Solar Crest over, completing out any sort of Greaves. And now Smoke on hand here for Pain. They want to put that BKB to use right away. We'll see if they want to just kind of venture out and head towards the top, where Tavo already conveniently is like laying a base for himself, or if they are looking to do some other business with it.
I think they're gonna, at least Pain should be trying to get a pick on anywhere. Like, it doesn't matter what lane they could do, as long as it's not top. If they go mid or bottom, they should be able to get a tower, or at least try to go for the Russians themselves. They already got the medallion on the Broodmother, so it seems like he's going to go for the kind of aura kind of build. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he go for the AC or just finish the next medallion. I don't remember the name. The talent.
Solar Crest. I like to call it the
Solar
Super
Crest,
Medallion if I can't remember it too. Yeah.
Bottom tower is
I remember when the
under attack.
items first came out, it was like, I don't know, the Super Lothars, or whatever it is. The best Shadow Blade, the better Shadow Blade, yeah. It was the same thing. Here they come towards the top. They know exactly where Tusk is. They're pinging it out, but they're not going to give them the idea. They move in now. Flies.
That was close.
Moves in, doesn't see him in time. Not going to try any sort of ballsy blind fissure, but very close. Tusk playing with fire there.
The only thing that I like about the new Reborn map is the cliffs.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot easier to place the wards, and it's a lot better now. They gave more vision. Before it was like a lot harder to find the right spot so that you could get a lot of vision, but now it's pretty easy. Like, you got it there, you got one over here.
Yeah.
Like, there's cliffs everywhere.
It's really nice. Very good. If the day ever comes where Tinker is really back into play, he's not going to be happy about it, but your Nature's Prophets, your Split Pushers, your Broods, even your Storm Spirits, anyone trying to casually hide on the side, now you have something else to kind of be fear of here. And scout out for. Painter on the prowl, though. Smoked up. Top lane here. They're going to follow up behind Tavo here, but they're not going to get that inch to get a fight started. That pressure to come back at their mid lane.
Dire's top
Void Boys
tower
instead
is under
migrate up.
attack.
And it looks like they're just going to be a bit passive. Both sides still continuing to wait out. Looks like they want to continue to itemize here, Goody. No one's ready to fight yet. Feeling a bit sketchy. HFN, I guess, wants to get the Orchid complete. It's already on the way.
Yeah,
he
he's
has
got
it
it.
in hand now. Okay. Now let's play Dota.
But they already got the BKB on the Shadow Fiend, and I think the Earthshaker is going to go for a Glimmer Cape. If he does choose to go for the Glimmer Cape, he only needs 150 gold, so just by having that, he's gonna be hard to kill by the storm, so I'm not sure if the Orchid is gonna have the impact he's looking for.
Yeah, we'll see. He's just like, I'm finally completed it, now I don't even know who the hell I'm going to use it on. For it to be very effective. But if he can even fly in back, catch out a Naga, let's say, who's just trying to pull out that game-saving song, could be that much more difficult. But I'm sure HFN is aware what his target might be. What's happening up over here? Smoke's in the hand of Naga. If Void Boys do want to venture out, but it looks like they want to clear out this mid lane first here. And it looks like Yasha is in order here for your Shadow Fiend. Maybe an SMY build-up for him, just going for reliable bits of stats, damage, attack speed. Or does he put more value? I don't think he'd put value. Okay, what? Whoops. Self-fuels on accident.
well.
They're going to scout out the rush.
Alright, they're going for the rush.
Alright, they got it. Moving in, they got the Naga Medallion. They should go down pretty fast, and it doesn't quite look like Pain Gaming, though this is happening. So they might be able to get away with it.
Yeah, they should be able to. Like I was saying before, even if Pain tries to contest, they're just gonna use the sleep and they still get the rush. So this is pretty good for Boys. At least Pain is trying to force and maybe get the trade, but they're too slow at pushing, so they're not even gonna get the tower before the Russian falls.
They hurl some shards. They're waiting for him in the trees.
We're gonna get the
40R's like,
fight
oh, let's just fight. Now HFN jumps in, spots out Fly. There's the song though, but it's too late. The call down already comes, and the BKBs pop. This song ain't saving nobody, lady. You're dead. 4 go down. Counting the ages, he comes back. He goes up. He goes down again. Whoa. Pain Gaming. They're like, oh, they got the Roche. We'll just stand strong and go. Song timing. I mean, the Pain came very fast, and then by the time she was ready to react with the song, it was just too late. BKBs were out, and the call down was there and did so much work. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was like really questionable by Boys. They tried to take the fight, but they sent the Shelfing ahead, so he was basically just getting solo by the Gyro, and he forces the BKB on both the Gyro and the SF, but the SF had to run like the entire time. The Gyro was just like chasing him, so they had the lead on the fight, and the sleep wasn't that good, to be honest, because the Gyro was BKB the entire time, and they don't have anything to go through the BKB, and Shelfing ends up dying without you casting the ultimate and then dying again after reviving, so everything just went bad for Boys in that fight.
Jumping from Storm, right in Alina. Lead in. Echo on the follow-up. They're trying to time it out. They don't want him to jump away.
Oh, that was so close.
He was like on his tippy toes, like, I'm going. And then they just got him right at the end. And he's like, you know what? I gotta rage quit. No, he just probably needed the DC real quick, but he was very close to making it out. But they get their committed kill. But he's got a Bloodstone goodie. 7 charges now, but that means he's back in 20 seconds. Voidboy's just like, let's get a tower or something. They're pinging for the bottom one. Pain wanted to defend it, apparently, but it's really low. They might just have to let it go. Good catch, though.
Maybe be able to, though. They have the blink on Tuskar coming up. They just need the Gyro to start walking there. He doesn't have a DP, so I guess they're not going to defend.
Let's see. Tusk closest in area, looking like a walk. They ping it again. Needs a big early smack here. It's down. Alright. They'll eyeball it a bit, then they'll step back and away. They ping out Snake King, who is now farming back into the woods. He's got his Yasha, wearing those boots. Diffusal complete now, 1.5k to build up in case he wants to get a bit more tanky and pick up something like a heart. We'll have to see. And Tavo was able to finish out a Solar Crest, so there's that Broodmother Solar Crest already coming into play. Look at this. She is heading back to base here. I was going to say going somewhere else in top lane. Nah, just back to base for now.
I'm not really sure why he took it back.
Yeah, he wasn't picking anything
up. That was
up.
weird.
Oh, well.
And he didn't. He was full HP and full mana, so maybe he just was feeling a bit worried. Boys was smoking and trying to kill him or something. Either way, it seems like the Pain lineup is starting to shine a lot more. The Storm Spirit is going for a BKB. Getting, oh my god.
BKB, I hope it works on the lag.
It's getting disconnected every time.
Well, yeah, if he gets this BKB, that's going to make things all the better. And this saving Naga song thing is not really going to be too much of a problem for them. So we'll have to see. Snake King, he's getting a bit antsy here. He knows he wants to play a game of Dota. But PL needs a ways to go. Now, I just casually threw out the idea of a heart, but it's going to be the Manta first to be completed here, Goody, on the Snake King, hashtag the King's Phantom Lancer. It'll help a bit with the Orchid, but I don't know. Does he still need to just consider getting to critical mass before this PL can be a big deal in these fights? Or is he just going to have to show up at a moment's notice each time and hope that the Manta is just going to be a little something to help out?
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. I think the heart would have been the better choice, but Manta's always good on PL. Get more illusions, and that way at least you're safe against the Orchid, even though he's got the diffusal blade, so he can just push the Suns. But at least with the Manta, he's gonna be able to split push a little better, and I think that's what they're trying to do.
Pressures his top lane. Tavo will just go back to work like he's been doing before, and the rest of Void Boys also migrate all the way up here, but Just kind of feels like Void Boys are just, what are we doing now, guys? What are we doing? A bit of a disarray. Kind of flirting around bottom, and they head all the way back up here. They're just happy, you know, they got the Roche. They have the benefits. And now it's just, are we going to look to take a fight? Pain are just kind of playing with their food, it feels like now, forcing Void Boys to kind of run around the map while they farm the most of it. Looks like both teams
I think
kinda
Void
like
Boys
it.
was starting to feel confident until the Russian. Like they got the rush and everything was going fine for them, and then they just get wiped right after the rush. So now they're like, oh, we can actually take the fight, so we should just try to look for the late game and maybe split push and try to win like that. I don't think they're gonna try to be forced into fights anymore. Maybe they're just too scared at this point. But that's perfectly fine for Pain because the Gyro has been farming the entire time. The Storm is gonna finish the BKB for the next fight.
And Gyro's already got double javelins here. He's going right for his MKB. And there's not even a butterfly to be seen here on the side of Void Boys. Certainly, Shadow Fiend's not going for one, but definitely can't now. He's just got to hope that his new Saint Yasha is going to give him enough life to withstand the pressure that comes from it. But when the fight breaks out, it's going to get pretty damn crazy here. We'll see. Pain now, maybe looking to intercept here. Oh, quick TP out from your Earthshaker. Little Lena, though. It's going to make the run instead. I'll make it. No problem. Okay, she's fine. They come out, but it's a bit behind already. She's in the safety zone. So it's Pain just kind of knowing that they're a little bit more in a confident spot as they just kind of waltz away through the lane. Void Boys aren't going to allow themselves to get caught yet. They see an open chance, maybe mid lane. They'll finally get the tier 1 here. Looks like they'll be able to grab it.
Yep. And they finally got the kill, the Brimmer, after trying for like the past 50 minutes or so. They've been using the smokes and everything.
Frantic pings towards the top side now. Just then pinging up the upper cliff right there, but
yeah, there was a war and the Storm got it.
Nice. Tavo's gonna be relieved a little bit, but knows that they're keeping an eye on
Oh
him.
my.
Bye bye HFN. We'll see you in a moment. He'll make his return. Just another game. There's another game of NA Dota is how it goes right there, but oh, Void Boys are just like, we want to play a game of Dota here eventually. You know, I don't blame them for it, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So when's Not Today playing, man? When can we see Not Today play next?
I'm not sure actually. We were on this tournament and we lost against Unknown. We won. So other than that, I think we don't have any tournaments coming up. Maybe one at the Southern Grand Master. But I'm not really sure. I need to check the schedule.
Nice. Make sure you guys also hit up Goody on his Twitter account. I have it linked above in the title at FanofSoyeon. Get all of his updates on when because he's also casting as well as playing. So it's good to keep an eye on. One of the first people I casted because it was NEL that I was just grinding games and casting for quite a while. I know you frequented that very often. And Team No Earth Spirit. Good old days, man. The good old days. But
good old times.
Here we continue. Wait, HFN is back. It looks like we'll be able to have a game now underway. Pain Gaming in a good spot right now, though the net worth may look a bit even here. XP certainly in their favor. They're definitely making things a bit difficult for Void Boys. And now they continue to wait. Now the rewards are starting to come in. Storm Spirit, BKB now done. Gyro, MKB now done. We'll see if that's enough for Pain Gaming to try to put the pedal to the metal here. Or maybe even wait for Roche. We'll see.
Yeah, I think that's the only objective that Void Boys is gonna try to get. Like whenever the rush is up, they're gonna go for it because they have the better lineup to do it, just by having the Naga. But other than that, they're just gonna keep on split pushing and just wait until Pain Gaming forces the push on the base or something.
I mean, for they themselves, I'm sure they don't mind waiting here. They would love to get, like, let's say, Lena, her Agnum's complete. And she's still got a ways to go.
Make it the PLO. They know where he is.
Oh, they move in. They see it spot up. Snake King turns his attention onto HFN, but that Invis rune they just snagged comes into hand. And he'll be able to walk away. Ooh, a little bit of a tussle, but back to square one. Step back and away. Tavo looks to just re-engage this lane. Still nursing quite a bit of gold here, even after his recent takedown. Has 2,700 gold on hand. He looks to hold it out. Can't do much against this Snake King here. Here comes Fly. Look at this. They're going to cut off Tavo, or they're going to try to. Oh, but he quickly goes for TP. Do they see him? They don't. He finds a nice little corner. TP's away from trouble. And he's going to be A-okay. But look at this. Here comes Pain. They ping it out like maybe we can intercept them, and they're going to go for it. Oh, man. Who's the good target here? HFN probably going to make a jump on the Fly. Oh, moves in. They get the catch on the Shanks. Then they go for Fly thereafter. Shanks is gone. There's going to be no song. Fly's gone. He's out. Requiem does come out, but it's not looking so good for the Void Boys. Now they're going to run down this Shadow Fiend, who's on the last bits of his BKB. He's going to get annihilated. 3 go down all day. They lose their Tusk. Snake King is able to just TP away from trouble. Lina runs away, but Pain Gaming able to move in and catch out Void Boys from behind. They were just trying to make a move on to Tavo, but good counter fight coming out from Pain.
Yeah, this is exactly why Void Boys shouldn't be trying to get the objectives of towers or trying to push. They just don't have the better line on. At least they do, but they're behind, so they don't have the items to actually take on the fight against Pain Gaming.
Pain consider moving up towards this top, but then they all start cutting downward here towards this mid lane, and they're just going to take away.
They might
the farm.
supposed to push with the base. Never mind, they're just going back to farm.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to continue to wait here. Snake King takes the time to go right into the Pain territory and farm through there. He knows a lot of the weight of this team is going to be up on his back right now, so he wants to be able to, he has everything he could ask for when the fight drops. And it looks like a Scotty might be something he considers. Scotty over the Heart. I don't know if you're watching much of the last series, Goody, but in that game, PL, Heart and Scotty. I mean, that's something I don't see very often. That is a lot to make sure he has all the stats and health he could ask for here. I don't know how often that's really necessary, but Snake King just going for the simple Scotty, I'd imagine.
It's unusual, but it does happen every now and then. Depends on the games, but usually one of them is enough, be it the Scotty or the Heart.
They're prepping position here.
Look at bottom.
Yeah, they're waiting. They're like, this is our booby trap. We're just going to hide here, wait for someone to walk out in lane. That someone is Shadow Fiend. And Void Boys are like, maybe the Shadow Fiend will bait something. No, they don't go for the Shadow Fiend. They have smoke. What are they gathering for? They do have one on Lina, but they have to wait. Maybe fear of a ward. They still have a sentry on Shanks if they want to drop it down. No, they'll go back and farm here. Man, this is disciplined play. I'm used to my NA Dota just being a bit more aggressive. Pitthrow just like, we're happy to make mistakes. We just want to, and we're bloodthirsty. But these teams, they're evolving. You know, they're becoming a bit more passive. I mean, chalk it up to maybe just being the style of the game it is right now in the meta. But they're definitely putting more value in making sure that they are at their full potential and ready to go. Especially when the game grinds down to this. Just game number 1 of this best of 3, but Pain Gaming don't want to get caught out. Be very, very, very bad. So they want to take things nice and easy.
I think Pain is waiting for the Satanic to charge so they can push with that. He's got the goal for it, but I don't think he's gonna go get it. Maybe he's just trying to get the buyback as well. We'll see. But I'm not sure how to feel about the Broodmother anymore, because this item pool is not that much of a problem for the Void Boys lineup. Like, no matter even if like the Lina goes alone into top lane, I don't think he's gonna die to the Broodmother. Not with this build. Like, he doesn't pressure enough. He's just like keeping the lane push and that's it. But maybe taking the tower by himself, he's giving the chance. I don't think he can do that. So I'm not sure how I feel about the build. Yeah, he needed some sort of damage at him.
He's still holding a lot of gold, which he's been holding for quite a while. And wager he could be also holding for a buyback, but for the first time he adventures finally away from that top lane, knowing that his team wants to go for the Roche, and he'll make camp.
We have the sleep
right now. There's the sleep, the walk in, looking for a setup here. Shadow Fiend trying to get right next.
Both have BKBs.
They're waiting too long, and those BKBs are going to get popped. Shadow Fiend not getting his off, though. He gets pulled back. There's going to be the Requiem Unleash, and it's not going to be enough to finish anyone off. Now comes HFN, looking to dive in to finish him off. They're going to throw him into a Yules. And now 40R who gets ensnared through his BKD, can't make chase, but there goes HFN. He's able to get the catch. Xiaofi will go down. Dazzle's going to be the exchange here. Snake King looking to dive, going for the gyrocopter, pulled away from his team. They get the follow-up. They get the ensnare. He's able to TP away to safety. He's going to make it out A-OK. And all the meanwhile, they do get the catch. HFN, though, does go down. And this is a big fight for Void Boys. They're going to be moving into the pit, and they're going to take the Roche away from themselves. Broodmother was not able to do a whole lot there. I'd have to say Goody. He has a Desolator now, but to Brood in a chaotic team fight like that.
The problem is that they had detection and he got hit while he was on the cliff, so he couldn't move, like go down the hill the entire fight. So the Broodmother didn't even get to right-click anyone.
Oh,
so
man.
he was just like throwing the nukes from the hill the entire time. That was really weird.
Unfortunate for him, he creeps up a new home and gets stuck up there the whole fight. And then they get torn right about. They get Gyro to go up more north, pull the storm away. They take him down, so Void Boy's been patiently waiting out for a fight like that. And they move in with the song, and they walk out with the Aegis. Good contention from them. Yep. HFN still gets to hold his gem. He moves back and away, but for now, Snake King is going to be your big hitter in this game. Manta complete, 2.8k to save up after finishing out that Scotty. And now we might add some pressure here on the bottom lane. Void Boy's got to feel pretty confident now. And look at this, even Shadow Fiend going to go for Scotty himself, it looks like. Ulti Orb, why not, right? They're going to bulk up as much as possible and look to take this fight back their way.
Yep. And for the Urge, he just to go for the Butterfly instead. He's almost got it, but I think his HP is way too low. Especially against Alina with the Axe, so no, I don't think this is the right choice at all.
Yeah.
Get bursted down really quick.
1670 life, a level 3 Agnum's Laguna. Yeah. Gyro is... He'd better hope that Dazzle's going to be ready to go right nearby. Because after that first Laguna would pop out, this Gyro is not going to have much to hold up against the rest of the trouble coming their way. So very sketchy with the butterfly grab, but we'll see if it works out for him. Here comes Void Boys now, moving in from the north. First one to respond, Tavo, but this is that period of the game where we're like, ooh, Broodmother now? I don't know. Falling off a bit. How are you going to hold this lane? Can't do much about it. Just going to have to wait behind here, and we'll have to see if Pain Gaming want to stop him. Because for now, Shadow Fiend is just happy to chunk down this tower. Here comes some help here. First is your Tusk. Blink ready to go. I don't think they can
Looks
take
like Pain wants to fight this. I don't think they should. I thought she would just fight on base. Right.
It looks like they might have to. Yeah, they're moving. Nah, they're fine. Cat, though. Ooh, been a bit deep. Maybe glimmered. And Snake King's like, let's go. I got the Aegis. They put him out in front, and they're saying, it's time to siege. Pay Gaming, try to stop us. They have their opening to move in with the benefit of the Aegis, and they think that they could take this game 1. Pain Gaming. Let's see if they will respond. They're still even holding onto their weave. Oh, are Void Boys pulling away? It looks like they are. Not the time yet to fight. Yes. They'll go back and they'll continue to farm and beef up, it looks like Goody, before they try to give it another push. So this is only a small window of time. What do Pain Gaming got to do now? Because eventually Void Boys are going to want to come back. I imagine when this Aegis gets to its back end, they could consider going for another push. So if Pain Gaming think that's coming, they have so much time to work with. Well, what do you do in that small window of time?
The problem is that what I would do is not exactly what they're doing. Like in terms of item builds, I think that the Gyro should have went for the Satanic, so he can actually tank up the Laguna play and actually have some sort of HP to stand up on the fights. And the Storm should have went for the Hex, so they have a better reliable disable. But instead he goes for the Chivas. So both of the items that they really need are delayed by a lot. So I don't think they can take the fights right now. They might just try to keep on farming and try to actually get those items next. But it's gonna take a lot of time. So right now they just need to like try to defend their base somehow.
Somehow, some way. Maybe Void Boys recognize that Pain Gaming itemizing in such a way, they will have the better fight. So it's better to push it while they can. Mid lane, tier 2 is gonna go down, and they're just gonna go from top to bottom. It looks like. Now on the way to bottom lane, they want to get this last remaining outer tower for Pain Gaming. And Pain are just going to try to relieve the pressure as much as possible. Tavo pushes out towards the top.
They're
And
going
now
for
will
the fight,
be in.
they're gonna smoke.
Oh, they're going to go out. They're going to smoke. Here we go, boys. Oh, look at this. Are they going to go all the way up and around? They might go all the way up and around like that. Let's see. This is clever. Oh, they're gonna head on crash if Void Boys pull back here. Aegis is still up barely. There they go. 40R is gonna spot him. They don't want to turn and fight. Oh, they do. Oh, a blink into the song, and they don't want to fight. Oh, they're gonna get someone though.
Oh, nice.
They got Shanks. All right, they'll get something for it. It'll cost them a BKB, but that's the gem as well. HFN finds one little target, and we'll take him out. It gives them more time. Yeah, it gives them more time to farm up those items. They'll take every little time they can.
The PL goes for a basher. He's got the gold for an Abyssal play, and he still has the drums, so the PL is already basically 6 loaded.
Ooh, 5k now. We'll see if it's something they go for. Courier's out in the move now, which is a simple ward, but could round back for the remaining of that Abyssal Blade. That's what Snake King wants to do. But here comes some Pain pressure down this mid lane now. And 40R, yes, has a fluttering little butterfly here to help him get from farm to farm. But he certainly will need to tank up. And we'll see if he'll be able to finish off this Satanic. He could. He's going to be able to have this whole jungle to work through real quick. But Snake King is already bringing the pressure here at the top. Sees Tavo. Suddenly a wild HFN Storm Spirit appears. Snake King will be able to doppelganger up. He's on the last bits. Here comes Earthshaker. Fissure jump in. Echo. Boom! Big connection right there. But they still live. They still live. They're fine. Let them double back right now. Glimmer Cape and Dazzle is trying to save him. HFN's going to be forced to pop the BKB. The Grave coming alive for now, but now he's got no more mana, and he will slowly be chopped down. They move in. They got it. Suicide. Now 40R shows up. Could be a bit late, but a big call down. Heck of damage here on Fly, who's going to be glimmering it off. And now they're looking for him. He's going to be in trouble. Snowball in from Tusk, though, trying to keep them back. Puts their attention away from the gyro. But then they catch up. They're going to be dropping down the fissure. There's the ensnare. There's that Laguna. And that is why a butterfly might not help too much. He just gets annihilated from that Laguna. Now they're looking for Tavo. There's the LSA. They move in with the rest. And all of Pain Gaming go down. Void Boys come out on top. They're going to move into this bottom lane and easily clear out the racks. Oh, a jump in from HFN. They were trying to get Snake King there, Goody, but that was their demise. The Void Boys just had good positioning. They waited behind their Snake King, and it worked out.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle
Yep. This should be the game, but it seems like they're gonna go back after the Rex. Never mind.
It's
comes the GG.
It's all over. So that will be our game number 1. Still a best of 3. Pain Gaming can fight their way back into this one in game number 2, but Void Boys, you know, you have to endure a bit of the pauses along the way. And I'd have to say Pain Gaming had the better start overall, but Void Boys managed to kind of crawl back into that. Do you think there was anything in particular that ended up being the big tipping point that gave Void Boys a better chance to kind of take over the game? Or was it almost neck and neck there at the end where just more Pain Gaming kind of got a bit too anxious, jumped in, and then we saw what happened there at the end?
I think it was more of a draft issue that pretty much just didn't put anything towards like winning the game for the Pain Gaming lineup, and the other 4 just didn't have the right heroes to go for a push themselves. So even though they had that advantage and they were leading in the early and mid game, they just couldn't go for a high ground push, and they just kept splitting up and farming, and they started to get caught, and this gave the opportunity to the Void Boys to get back into the game, and they obviously had the better late game with the PL and the Shadow Fiends. So Void Boys just played the game that they needed to, which is just split push and play safe. Pain Gaming just split up too much. They should have grouped up and tried to like force the pushes, even though they didn't have the good line for it.
Well, hopefully they can cinch it up, fine-tune their draft, and bring the series back. Otherwise, they will be eliminated from BTS America. So Void Boys will take game number 1. We're going to wrap it up now and get ready to dive into game number 2. This is KotLGuy for Beyond the Summit. I'm joined from Goody, a.k.a. FanofSoyeon. Follow him on his Twitter at FanofSoyeon. I'm at KotLGuy, and we'll see you in just a moment for more Dota action. Stay tuned.